Alexa, order a pizza. The big one. All the toppings.
Are you sure that's a good idea?
Alexa.
That's a lot of pizza for just one man.
Alexa, just do it. Stop judging me, just do it.
As you wish.
Thanks, Alexa. You're my best friend. Alexa, play 93.7 The Ticket.
Okay. Playing 93.7 The Ticket.
Alexa, turn down the lights.
Dimming the lights.
Alexa, order a pizza. The big one. All the toppings.
Are you sure that's a good idea?
Alexa.
That's a lot of pizza for just one man.
Alexa, just do it. Stop judging me, just do it.
As you wish.
Thanks, Alexa. You're my best friend.
Ashiro's work is never done. You care for the house, the kids, and our future. We're so grateful for all you do. Now it's time to care for yourself and save a little more for retirement. A free 3-minute online chat can give you the personalized tips you need to boost your retirement savings now. Visit aceyourretirement.org/Shiro today.
A public service announcement brought to you by AARP and the Ad Council.
Live from the heart.
MMA fighting is back this Saturday with summer season VFL 4 at the Complex. Lincoln's best amateur MMA fighters will display their best performances, with Misael Monares fighting Colin Fisher for the welterweight title to wrap up the night. Get your tickets at thecomplexlincoln.com, where you can live stream the event as well. Doors will open at 6 p.m. with the first bout at 7 p.m. this Saturday, August 16th, all at the Complex at 1555 Yolanda Avenue.
Coming at you live from the heart of Lincoln, America. Step into the world of gymnastics with Nebraska women's gymnast and Canadian world team member, Emma Spence.
She got a bronze in the all-arounder, bronze on beam. And who knows if she'll get another medal. But that was a very confident performance.
This is Beyond the Routine with Spence.
Hitting all her handstands, connecting all her release moves, and landing that dismount. That's Emma Spence for you.
Sponsored by the Teammates Mentoring Program. Here is your host, Emma Spence.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Beyond the Routine. I'm your host, Emma Spence, and tonight I have a very special guest, and I'm so excited to have her on here. Welcome to the show. Her name is Ashlee Mitchel.
Hi, guys. I'm excited to be here.
Ashlee is a former Husker cheerleader, so we'll have so many things to talk about, and I'm really looking forward to it.
Thanks for having me on the pod today, Emma.
Of course. So to get started, I'll talk a little bit, maybe like your background, help people get to know you a little bit. So first question, where are you from?
So I'm from San Antonio, Texas, and my entire mom's side of the family is from Nebraska. So that's how I actually ended up here.
Yeah, I didn't know that. That makes sense.
Yeah. I went and I visited Nebraska every summer whenever I could in between school and between breaks, and I just fell in love with it. And I ended up moving here in high school and never left. I love it here.
Wait, you moved here in high school?
Mm-hmm.
Really?
Yep.
Where were you going to high school?
I went to Millard West in Omaha.
Oh, okay. Cool. Yeah, I didn't know that about you. I always wondered, did you how that worked, but that makes sense.
Go Wildcats.
So talk about your family a little bit. What was things like for you growing up in Texas? I'm assuming it was really hot.
Oh my goodness.
It
was so hot.
Is this weather even hot for you? Because this, I can't do it.
The humidity here is still intense for sure, but I actually have to ask that question back to you. What was the heat in Canada like?
Not like this. Oh my goodness. This never happens where I'm from. And
really?
Yeah, this is definitely the hottest. I don't know Fahrenheit, so this is probably 35 Celsius today. And it goes to maybe 30. Not much hotter than that.
Interesting.
So this is really hot for me, and I'm just not built for this, I don't think, because I can't. Yeah.
I don't know if you'd like summer in Texas then.
No, I really don't think I could do it.
Stay out of it from March to August. We'll just go with that.
Yeah. No way I could be doing that. But yeah. So I guess my next question is going to be, how'd you get here? Or how'd you end up here? But that makes a lot of sense. So your mom's side of the family. Why'd you end up moving here in high school?
So my mom, she started her teaching career before she was homeschooling me and my brothers.
Okay.
And she decided she wanted to start her teaching career. But in order to do that, she needed some extra support with her family just because teaching is such long hours, not always the best pay. She just needed a lot of family support. So
Yeah.
she decided to move us up here, and we just
It was
yeah,
good.
it was good. It was great.
It was really good. That's awesome. So let's talk a little bit about your Husker career, cheer career. I don't even know how to word that. But how'd you get into cheer? Is that something that you always did? Did you actually before that? Did you do any sports before that?
So I had been doing dance since I was about 3 years old.
Okay.
And I love dance. I was super passionate about it. But then when I turned 12 years old, one of my best friends was doing cheer.
Okay.
And as most 12-year-olds,
I was gonna say that's like the age, like even I wanted to do cheer when I was 12.
right? And I just thought she was so cool for being able to do these flips and stuff.
Yeah.
So like most 12-year-olds do, I just joined the sport with my friend, and I fell in love with it immediately and just kept going. And once I moved to Nebraska, I joined an all-star cheer team and just not just fell in love with cheer the sport, but I fell in love with coaching as well, as I got a couple of coaching opportunities through that gym and through a couple other gyms. And yeah, cheer just has been my passion probably since I was 12 years old. Maybe before, because I would watch Bring It On, but
Yes. That's awesome. Do you still coach?
so I coach occasionally. So I'll like jump in some private lessons or a couple of things, but I am mainly done with coaching for now while I'm in law school.
Yeah.
But I got so many incredible coaching opportunities, and this is a plug, I still help out with the Alliance Football and Cheerleading Sports Clinic every summer, and it's a free clinic to any kids. It's a great opportunity to just have the kids show up on the field and just get to experience Nebraska, and it's for free for all kids. So it was such a cool event this summer. I've been doing it for 2 years now, but it was just so incredible seeing these kids' faces, because some of the kids aren't fortunate enough to go and see a Nebraska football game. So being able to be on the field was just incredible. And all these little girls got to learn a dance. I got to coach them. So that was just like a little fun extra bit of coaching, even though I'm not able to coach currently during school.
Yeah. No, that's amazing. Would you say that doing cheer in like university, like at the collegiate level, is something that you always wanted to do?
That's a great question. I always knew that I had the passion and I wanted to go to the collegiate level, but I always mentally wasn't sure if I would be good enough to make it to the collegiate level.
Okay.
Especially coming from Texas, cheerleading, especially in college, is intense. And I knew that Nebraska was such a large school that there were always questions in my mind. But as I grew older, I really practiced not just mindset switches, but I continued to practice and talk to my coaches. And after that, I realized that collegiate cheer was like an actual option for me.
So what is that process like? Like the recruiting process, I guess, in cheer? Because I've actually never asked anyone about that. Like,
yeah.
Let's hear it.
Great question. Okay. It really depends on schools. So like every single school is different. Nebraska, I believe, is switching up their recruitment process this year because they are competing this year, which I'm super excited to see.
I'm going to get you to touch on that at some point as well.
I would love to.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'll know all of the details, but I would love
Let
to
me
touch
write
on
that
that. But for recruitment, normally it's just a large trial process. So in order to weed out the people first, they'll have you send in a video where you show all of your skills. So they have a bunch of required skills, whether it's required tumbling and stunts, and you'll show that, and then you'll show whatever higher skills you can bring to the team. So once you do that, like you turn in your initial stuff, and then you show how many skills you can do above and beyond whatever the requirements are. And then
wait, sorry to stop you. What would that be like? Like, what's an example of that?
So for example, for a stunt, they could say, we want to see a full up, which is where in the girl's hands or in the guy's hands, they do a full twisting spin to the top of the stunt. But an example of something above and beyond would be, instead of I turned in a full up, but I also turned in a video of me doing a double up as a base.
Thing? Oh my
So
goodness.
So you have to move a little bit under the stunt while you spin them up. So that's like an example of what, or if they say, okay, we require a standing back tuck.
Yeah.
And then you send in a standing 2 to full. or something like that. So it just really depends. But then you'll turn in that video and they'll either send you an email saying, okay, you made it to the next round of tryouts or you didn't.
Yeah.
And they're always so kind and so respectful. But once you make it to the next round of tryouts, then you go through 2 or 3 days of tryouts with just full days of stunting, tumbling, dancing, fight songs. It's intense. Like you will come out of it sore. But every single day they have cuts, whether sometimes it's 1 cut a day, sometimes it's 2. It just really depends. And then the final day, this is my favorite part, you have the interview. So since you're as a cheerleader, you are a representative of the school. And so it's really important that you can talk to fans and that you're knowledgeable about Nebraska sports. So that was one of the biggest parts, was they wanted to make sure that you were able to speak appropriately to people and that you also had a good knowledge and love for Husker athletics.
Yeah. Wow, that's amazing.
Yeah.
So what kind of questions did you have? Like, how much information did you have to know? Was it like the history of the school and stuff like that?
Great question. Yeah. So actually, this is one of my favorite questions, and I'm going to ask you it.
Oh,
Do you know what sport in Nebraska athletics has the most national championship titles? It's
Is it
hard.
bowling?
It's bowling. Yes. And like people who aren't from Nebraska like wouldn't know that.
Yeah.
So that was one of my questions, and I was like, yes, I know this.
Yeah.
But goodness, I keep hitting this thing. But they also ask things like, so what mascots in the Big Ten have animals as mascots? Name all of those animal mascots. Or what are the colors? So like, for example, Nebraska, if you said Nebraska is red and white, that's incorrect. It's scarlet and cream. So you have to know like the true name of those colors as well for the sports. So they just ask you a lot of random questions. It differs every year, but you'll get questions like that.
Yeah, that's insane.
It's super fun to like, once you actually learn this stuff, it's so cool because then you can attach it to the sports teams. So like when you're traveling, I went to Michigan State and I was like, I know exactly where I am. I know your colors. It just was so cool to connect with the fans on both sides about that kind of stuff.
True. So going off of that then, what was your favorite, I guess, sport to cheer for? Or for, is that the right way to word it? Like in a meet or whatever, like whatever sport. Okay, yeah.
Okay. I truly loved all of them.
Okay.
I am a little bit biased because, of course, I know you. I loved watching women's gymnastics. I mean, I'm friends with y'all. So
yeah, like, you're friends with so many of us now, too.
It made it so much easier to cheer you guys on. But all of these sports have such an incredible environment. Like volleyball.
Volleyball would be crazy.
It was incredible. And football, like you just hear the like roaring of the stadium and you look up and you're just speechless. Like I don't even have words for how incredible it was. So all of the sports were just amazing, but I loved women's gymnastics because I got to see my friends.
That's awesome. We loved having you guys there so much. Like we would always ask our coach, can we have them come in more? Like it just helped with our vibe. And like, we knew a bunch of you guys too. And then the fans loved it. It just made it so much more fun.
It was so fun.
So fun. Wow.
I'll come with a poster of people's faces now this year and you can come with.
Oh yes.
We'll get cheerleaders.
Yes. We'll get crafty. What would you say your favorite place to travel for a cheer meet was? Or I don't know. Correct me if I'm saying it wrong.
No, that's a great question. So my favorite away game that I traveled to. Yes.
Yep.
I got to go to the bowl game that we won last December in New York, New York.
Oh, okay.
It was amazing. Yeah. I love baseball, and being on the Yankees field was absolutely incredible in the first place. And then us winning, it was just amazing. And I'd never been to New York before either. So I got to make a little vacation out of it too.
That's awesome. Yeah, I can't even imagine like just being there, like in the stadium, like on the bottom, like going, like watching from the top of the stands, like it's so full. I can't even imagine like the view from down up.
It's incredible. I remember I had to like focus on opening my eyes for pictures because like I had the happy squints in every single cheer picture for so long that I was like, okay, I need to actually look at a camera and open my eyes so I get a good picture.
Yeah. Awesome. So what would you say like a day in the life was for you as a Husker athlete?
Wow, it was busy. I will say it was busy. So typically we would have a couple of times a week, 6 a.m. lift. So I would wake up at about 5 a.m., get ready, get dressed, wear whatever we were required to wear for the day, and go to lift, which I adored lift. It was so cool. A lot of cheer teams aren't fortunate enough to be able to lift.
That's true.
And Hayden, shout out Hayden, our lift coach was just amazing, and I was always sore, and sleds were really hard, but it was something that we all really looked forward to. Then after that, we'd normally go to breakfast together, or a couple of us would meet up and go on like a morning walk or hit the gym. It was really fun.
Yeah, that's really sweet.
And then normally after that, I would just head straight to class. Right after class, I was studying for the LSAT, which is the law school admissions exam.
Yes.
And I spent about 5 hours a day studying for that.
Man.
It was rough.
Yeah.
But I immediately after class, I would grab whatever I packed for lunch and then study for 3 hours uninterrupted. Normally at the athlete study hall, sometimes just wherever I could find peace and quiet. Go to another class and then skip to the evening. We normally would have practices around 7 p.m.
Oh, wow. That's late.
Yeah. So,
especially with early lift. Oh, my goodness.
So thankfully, we would have like the weekends off unless there were games. But yes, so we would have practice 7 to 9:30 p.m.
Oh, my goodness.
And then lift in the morning, which
that's a crazy turnaround.
It definitely taught me the value of sleep and really winding down and getting ready for bed right away when you're done with cheer and practice. But it was a quick turnaround for sure. Cheer always has late practices though.
Do you know why? Like, is there a reason for that?
I'm not sure. I think just because we do need so many different surfaces. So sometimes we are on the field, sometimes we're in Devaney on the spring floor. It just really depends. We just kind of have to be out of everybody's way just because we do switch around surfaces so often.
I didn't even think about that. Like,
it's hard. It's
would
tricky.
it be different going from like doing flips on the field to our floor to like, I don't know, basketball surface, like all the different surfaces to do flips on too?
Yeah. It depends. When you first get into it, it's a little spooky. Like if you've been tumbling on spring floor the whole summer and then you go to hard floor, it's definitely a little like nerve-wracking. And I think that's a really big part of the mentality. I think for cheer, they really train us on the mentality and the positive mentality of like, I've done this before. If you can do it on one surface, you can do it on any surface. Okay. But it definitely was like a different feel, especially for like your joints and ankles and stuff.
I was going to say, what are like the injuries like? Like, is it pretty common or not too bad?
I would say most of the girls, well, all of the girls are very well trained in tumbling, and most of them have been doing cheer since high school, maybe middle school. So a lot of them are used to tumbling on dead floor, gym floor, etc. So I think most of them are good. Sometimes I would undercut my tumbling and jam my ankles, but that's probably like the most
hard
common
surface.
thing.
That would be really
it's like
bad.
you gotta walk it off. You just gotta walk it off.
Yeah. Wow. I still can't believe the late night and then going to the morning weights. And then you said you enjoy the morning lift. Because we would do lifts in the morning with you guys quite a bit. Like a couple times a week we would see you guys.
Yeah, you guys were 6:30, right?
Yeah, we were 6:30. You guys were 6.
Yes.
So we would overlap for a little bit, and then we usually kind of overlap in breakfast too.
Yeah, that was always really nice because then I'd be like, so how was lift, guys?
Yeah.
Were you guys struggling as much as we were? Okay.
But you guys always had energy. We never really had energy. You guys were all super hype, and we're just like, how do they do that?
It's a cheer team.
Yeah.
We were just born like that.
Yeah. Actually, yeah. So, like, is that something that, I don't know, they, like, teach you? Or you guys are just all naturally like that? Or, like, do they train any side of it?
I've never had that question before, but I love that. Wow. I think a lot of people with just very bubbly personalities do go towards cheer, but also we have so many different types of personalities on the team that we even have a couple of people who might be more on the shy side, but I think through these experiences and especially through the Nebraska fan base, it became really easy to open up to fans. Like Nebraska nice is so true. Like that is a real thing. Yeah. And you never really felt like you were going to be judged in front of people or like scared about what to say. Like everybody was just always very kind and easy to converse with.
Yeah.
So I think that helped a lot of girls who might have been a little more shy when they first tried out. Open up even more.
Yeah. And I guess because of all those interviews, you probably have to kind of be outgoing for them to even want to choose you to the next level. I guess. I've never thought about that.
They wanted all types of personalities. So I don't think they were just looking for a copy and paste person, but I think when you're around such bright people who are so talkative, I think it kind of makes it easier for you to open up and get out of your shell.
No, that definitely makes sense. So, okay, from that side of things to this side of things, how did that affect your mental health? Because I'm assuming even if you weren't doing great, you had to fake it. Like you had to pretend you were, especially like if you're on the field and everyone's watching you, like you have to be excited no matter how you feel. Did that impact you at all?
Yeah. So I struggled with mental blocks a lot with tumbling and switching surfaces. Like that was one of my biggest struggles over the past few years. And it was hard, but also the like girls on the team were so easy to lean on and so supportive that it just made it so much better. Like I don't think I would have gained this like positive like try again mindset without those girls, because every single time that I fell down, if I couldn't pick myself up, one of them was there to like help support me, be a shoulder to cry on or somebody to listen to, or even somebody who would tell me, hey girl, I love you, but you gotta fix yourself, wipe off those tears and like get back to work. Like we got work to do. And that was just the people like really helped push you. Also one of my best friends from the team, Grace Nab, she actually introduced me to a church and to my faith during the time that I joined the cheer team. And she started cheer team Bible studies and just has been an open ear for every single girl on the team. And she was one of the people who I just leaned so heavy on because she always had the best advice and she would always bring it back to our relationship with Christ and how important it is to not just lean on ourselves and our own understandings, but to lean on him. And that just like that moment was so pivotal in my life because I've gone through a lot of hard things and there have been stressful times, but I'm really not leaning on my own understanding in these situations. And that has brought me a lot of peace and a lot of relief from circumstances that might have arisen during athletics or even during law school now.
I love that. That's amazing.
Yeah.
On that note, we are going to head to our first break. We'll be right back. You are listening to Beyond the Routine with Emma Spence and Ashlee Mitchel.
When it comes to concrete, Stevens & Smith Construction doesn't stall. They go for the takedown. As Nebraska's full-service concrete contractor, they stay in bounds, hold inside position, and never forfeit quality. Whether it's foundations, flatwork, or concrete coatings, they elevate performance and pin down results that win every time. Stevens & Smith Construction is a proud sponsor of Takedown Tuesdays on 93.7 The Ticket. Because when it's time to wrestle with concrete, Stevens & Smith Construction slams expectations.
At Valentino's, we're on a mission for tradition. On every slice, for every bite. Golden baked crust, cooked to perfection every time. Savory sweet sauce that's made from our own secret recipe. Loaded with the perfect amount of fresh toppings and melty mozzarella cheese. It's the tradition that Nebraskans have come to love. From game day to every day. Valentino's. Taste the tradition.
Gaina Trucking is hiring CDL Class A and B drivers. Their strong team culture makes it not a job, but a career. Gaina Trucking offers health, vision, and dental insurance, 401k with company match, an employee assistance program, and other bonus programs. Build a better career today with great team culture at Gaina Trucking. Learn more and apply today at GainaTrucking.com.
93.7 The Ticket is proud to provide listeners with daily opportunities to win contests and prizes on our airwaves, and would like to take this opportunity to remind you of a couple rules. All participants must be 21 or older and must wait 30 days after winning a prize to participate in another contest. Once you win, you have 30 days to pick up your prize at the KNTK Studios, 1040 O Street in Lincoln, or your prize will be forfeited. Thank you for participating in our contests, and thank you for listening to 93.7 The Ticket.
Welcome back, race fans, to the finish line every Sunday night. I'm James Rowland. Join Bree Marie and me every Sunday from 7 to 8 p.m. on 93.7 The Ticket FM or theticketfm.com for the finish line. All the latest news for local and national motorsports, all in one place. 93.7 The Ticket FM.
Hi, this is Pastor Tom. Did you know there's a place kids can seek out help when they're away from home and something goes wrong? They find themselves in a difficult spot or even a dangerous situation. Maybe another child is bullying them or A stranger is following them, perhaps on a date, and things just go bad. In Lincoln, here's where they can find help. It's called Safe Place. Safe Place is a national program for children taking place in thousands of cities across the United States. The People City Mission is sponsoring this program in our community and has set up a number of businesses, fire stations, schools, and nonprofits around the city to become safe locations where kids can seek out help. They just need to look for the big yellow sign that says Safe Place on it. Then go inside and ask for help. We will be quickly connected to them and ensure they make it back home or to whatever resources are needed. If you'd like to find out more about Safe Place and ways in which you can get involved, just go to pcmlincoln.org. Remember, when we all do a little, we change a lot.
Old School with Foreman and Orman.
Any tips for a dad who just volunteered to be a YMCA flag football coach less than a week before the season started because no one else had volunteered to coach the fifth graders up to that point?
Tylenol for your headache.
Put some in your cup. Put some in your cup, and make sure your contract is 1 year only.
Medicate, bro.
Frank Reich. Frank Reich at Stanford.
Yep.
On 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Hi, Sean Callahan here of HuskerOnline.com, inviting you to join us here on 93.7 The Ticket every Saturday morning now. In our new time, we're on from 8 to 9 with the weekly Husker Online radio show. We'll give you the latest in recruiting. We'll talk about what's going on with both football, basketball, and we'll probably share a few stories from the inside. It's every Saturday morning right here on 93.7 The Ticket. It's the Husker Online radio show from 8 to 9 a.m.
Back to Beyond the Routine with Spence on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. Sponsored by the Teammates Mentoring Program.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Beyond the Routine. I'm your host, Emma Spence, with my special guest here tonight, Ashlee Mitchel.
Hello.
What do you think of this so far?
This has been so fun. I'm adoring this every single second. I just love chatting, and I want to hear more about you.
About me? Oh my goodness. Any questions for me?
Okay,
I prepared for you, but
all right. What was the biggest difference between going from gymnastics in Canada to going to collegiate gymnastics in Nebraska?
That is a good question. So, okay, yeah. First of all, they were very different because one was like elite level, and the other one was like the NCAA, which is more like fun and happy and exciting, and it's like less stressful. Not to make it sound like it, but like you know what I mean.
I do.
And the routines were a lot harder and more difficult, and there was more pressure on it because it was like trying to make the Olympics when I was competing in Canada versus here. The routines were watered down a little bit. Your max start value was out of 10, so you didn't have to like worry about adding all these like crazy skills. Yeah. I feel like the biggest thing also was the team aspect of it. That was huge. That was really life-changing for me. I really wanted to quit gymnastics before I came here.
Wow.
And I even told my coaches that and everything. I was like, I don't really love this anymore. Like, but everyone says they find their love for the sport doing NCAA gymnastics. So I was like, just going to be upfront with you guys about this. But like, I know that this experience has the ability to like change that for me. And they were pretty like understanding and open about it. They were like, that's okay. Like, we'll be here, whatever you need. Like, we'll help you transition, all that kind of stuff, especially because I was moving to a different country by myself.
Yeah,
so
that must have been hard.
And like, I didn't get to visit because it was COVID. So I just like showed up in Nebraska.
I didn't even think about COVID. Okay. This is my last question.
No, you're good.
For now.
You're good.
How did COVID affect gymnastics?
So the Olympics got deferred a year. Mm-hmm. That was probably the biggest thing because the year, so 2020 was probably my best year, those first couple meets as a senior out of my whole career at the time.
Wow.
So I felt pretty good going into Olympic trials. And then all of a sudden COVID hit and Olympics were literally canceled for a bit. They didn't even like push them back at first. Like they were just like canceled. And I was like, okay, well, this is kind of what I've been working for like all these years. And then all of a sudden it was canceled. But then it ended up being postponed and I wasn't really able to train for a while because of like the lockdowns. Like it was really strict up in Canada. So
wow.
Didn't really practice. I did like at home workouts and like whatever I could.
Yeah, I was going to say, were you like tumbling in your backyard or like how did that work? That's really difficult to do.
A little bit, but like not really. After a couple months, there was like this rule that athletes training for the Olympics, like within Olympic contention, were allowed to train, but like only those athletes. So like,
wow,
I was training with like 2 other girls in my gym for like months, which was really crazy.
Wow. Cooped up.
Yeah, for real. So I got to train. And then the Olympics were deferred to the following year. So that was probably the biggest thing that impacted me. But yeah, so having to
Wow.
figure out how to train at home. But my sisters were both still doing the sport at the time, I think.
Yeah.
So we were all kind of in the same boat, which was nice.
Aw. I love your sisters.
Yeah. Yeah, no, they're the best.
That's so interesting. Yeah. So that is crazy that you had a you were only practicing with a couple of people. I'm sure that also affected the mentality with gymnastics too. I mean, even
Yeah,
with
for
cheer,
sure.
like just since it's such a team sport, like you can't do anything. But I know gymnastics is a little bit more solo, but the
Mhm.
team environment still matters a lot.
Yeah, no, for sure. And it was like it's a pretty big gym and there were no like rec kids or anything. Like it was literally just like 1 or 2 coaches and like 3 athletes for like months. And like we're all in the same position of trying to make the Olympic team.
Yeah.
So not that like we weren't friendly, but it was like we were like each other's biggest
It was
competitors. So
tense.
it was definitely tense.
Mhm.
And then the coaches were also like in the same position. Like everyone was just like locked in and tense and it
Wow.
was tough.
Wow.
Yeah.
Man, that is incredible that you pulled through and like that you came back with such a good mentality though, and now you finished it through.
Yeah, it took a minute. It took a bit, but Nebraska and being here definitely healed me. Like it helped me find my love for the sport. Again, that's the reason why I tried for the next Olympics. Like I was like about to retire for
Wow.
real. So being here,
Comeback story.
yeah, for real with the coaches, the teammates, it was really great for me. But yeah, now we're both retired.
Woohoo!
Just
Grandmas.
crazy.
My jaw pops every time I open my mouth, so like everything's cracking.
I know. My joints still like I was going for a walk and then I tried to run and then I ran for like 1 or 2 minutes and then I had to stop.
Done.
I was like, I can't.
Done.
I haven't worked out or exercised. I was talking about this last week. I still haven't. I'm like, yeah, I'll try again tomorrow. I never did.
You should do the run
I'll try
club.
again next week.
The Lincoln Run Club.
Oh my goodness, I don't know.
We're walking. We're mall walkers from
Yeah,
here on
yeah.
out. So if you see Spency and I walking around the mall,
Yeah.
just act like it's normal.
Yeah, it's our workout. It's fine. But I wanted to touch on your law school because that is so huge, so exciting. Talk about that a little bit.
Wow. There are so many emotions as I'm about to start my 1L year.
Mhm.
So there's just a lot going on currently. Basically, it's just school times 15, you know?
Oh my goodness. I can't. Yeah.
Like I think I have 200 pages of reading due, maybe more for my first day of school. There was a book that it wasn't required to read for the dean, but it was highly recommended. So I've read a full book this summer. Before school starts, I'm going to start all of my case readings and stuff like that. But it was also just like a lot to prepare my schedule. It's going to be more than a 9 to 5. Like
Mhm.
I will probably be in school from 8 a.m. to 6 or 7 p.m. And I still want to remain physically active. I want to continue valuing these friendships I've built up over the past few years. So that's definitely going to be something interesting for me to work through.
Yeah.
But I mean, I think I learned a lot from cheer and from the busy schedule with that and studying for the LSAT
Mhm.
that friendships and community are so important that's one of the biggest things that I want to make sure I don't neglect as the schedule gets busier.
For sure. No, and that's the same situation I'm in right now. Like things are so chaotic. I'm still trying to figure out what I'm doing, you know. I'm still trying to figure out my job. We were supposed to hang out the other day. We were supposed to go on a walk
Yeah.
with your dog. And I'm like, guys, I'm literally still in a work call. So I had to skip that.
Yeah, poor Spency. We were supposed to go on a walk the other day, and then she's like frantically texting us 5 minutes before, guys, I cannot make it. I'm still on a call. I seriously,
Yeah.
I don't know how much longer it's going to take, and I'm 20 minutes away.
Yeah.
And we were like bummed, but it's
Yeah.
understandable. Life just is going to be a little crazy to figure out for the next few weeks. But
Yeah. And I think for like a lot of our friend group too,
Mhm.
which is, it's kind of nice to all be in the same boat.
It
Because like
is.
even the exercise part of it, like you said,
Yeah.
like, that's been so hard for me to figure out because I'm so used to it be like built into my day
Yes.
that it's like And then I tried to wake up early and do it. I'm like, I can't. I didn't like it then. I don't like it now. Not my thing. So maybe I'll try and do that after. See, I don't want to say that because it might not happen.
I'll make you work out. Don't worry.
Yeah.
We'll figure
Like
we'll
got
figure
to,
something out.
because all of us are basically doing the same thing. So
Yes.
same thing, but not.
It's like the
Same times.
community thing though. Like when you were an athlete, this is actually such a great thing to touch on. Going from being an athlete in any circumstance to not being an athlete is so interesting because you use so much of your team to motivate you and so much of that like end goal of whatever you wanted to do as a team or whatever you wanted to accomplish yourself. And as you leave a sport, then you kind of are like, okay, now I have to find a new goal. I have to find a new team and like new motivators. And that's something that I think I'm still navigating right now is like, I have a great team, but I'm like, what is going to inspire me and what is going to help me be a better athlete per se now?
No, I think that's a really good point. And that's something that honestly, like all of us, like our friend group can kind of even have a conversation about like how can we best, I guess, come up with like a routine,
Right.
But like also support each other through that process,
Right.
While making sure that we're still spending time together, doing our self-care, eating, working out, like just getting all the points because we're all on our own journeys right now, but we're
Yeah.
all like doing the same. Actually, they're very different
Yeah.
things, but like the same structure.
Yes, it's a structure that's the same. I
Yeah.
agree with you. Honestly, I also think like it's a part of the like calling out. Like sometimes we both like we all need to be called out a little bit. Like I was MIA this summer, guys. Like I was working 3 jobs, doing random stuff just out of the city. So everybody was like, Ashlee, you've been MIA. we're gonna need you to come back to real life for a little bit. And like that was
that was really funny. That was kind of harsh. They were so they're like, oh, there she is.
I was like, surprise guys, I am in fact alive. But like that's what I need like with other things in life too. I need that team culture. Like sometimes you do need to be called out respectfully.
Yeah, for sure. I'm probably gonna need that. It's
hey girl, we need to go on a run.
Yes. Yeah, it's like, okay, let's go. And you got your dog now. So
I have the cutest puppy.
Yeah, your dog is so cute. Oh my goodness.
He's a mini Bernedoodle and his name is Noodle.
Yes. He's literally, the cutest thing. So that's something that'll help get us out, you know.
He's obnoxious. I thought Bernese Mountain Dogs were supposed to be calm, and he's a poodle mixed with a Bernese Mountain Dog. He is crazy. Like morning and night, like I have to take him out on a couple of walks a day, and they are never walks. They are runs. They're jogs, and he's pulling me.
Well, there you go.
On the leash. I'm like,
like
how are you pulling me?
Yeah.
Right.
Okay. Yeah. No, I love that. And especially like a lot of us are also like kind of either like living on our own or like doing our own journey. I really like that idea. I think we probably need to get together and have that.
All right.
Chat.
Noted. I feel like Denny's watching this. So Denny, if you're watching,
she probably is. G might be too. G likes to watch these too. Hey guys,
girls, hold us accountable, please.
Yes. That's something that's.
And to any of your friends, if you're listening who are post grad, please keep them accountable and just give them some tough love.
Yes.
We need it right now.
What would you say is the biggest thing that you think we're gonna have to hold you accountable for?
Ooh, me personally.
Mm-hmm. I already know.
Oh, okay. I think through school, especially these hours, I love being social, but I also really like hermit crabbing and like sticking to myself and like trying to do everything in my own will. And
so real. That's the athlete in you for sure.
I know you and I, we've had a chat about this before, but that's one thing that I think I need to get better about is asking others for help, but also being vulnerable with others and saying, hey, like if I start to do this, I'm going to try my best not to, but I also might need you to call me out occasionally.
Yes.
And I think that's going to be the biggest thing is I can't do everything in my own power. And also only focusing on one thing for 24 hours a day is not going to be healthy either.
Yes. And that's also a thing. Cause when you guys were like asked to go out, I was like, I probably should go out for a walk, but
I don't want to.
But I need to figure out my work first. And then after that, like that's my thing because like I don't have like set hours. Like I can go for as long as I want. And I'm like, I'm very like OCD, very like first, like just, So I'm doing it for way too long. I already know it. Like I was done last night at like 8 something p.m. and I'm like, I don't need to be doing that. But I'm so like a perfectionist that I have to make sure that every detail is perfect. That's something I'm gonna need you to tell me not to do.
Yeah.
There's a lot of
burnout.
things. I know. That's what I mean. Like, because it's the first week, I'm like, oh, I'll be fine. But
that's also student athlete. Like you would get out of practice and still go practice or still do something. You felt like you were never doing enough. And I think my coaches did a great job of also telling us like, hey, you are enough, but it's kind of like that inner monologue where you're like, I need to do more.
Exactly.
Got to learn that with work.
Yes, I know.
Take a break.
Yeah, I'm going to need some more. Hold me accountable because I'm like, this email, I could add this. I can make it like this. And I'm just like, okay, I don't need to be taking 10 minutes per email. So we're learning. It's fine. But on that note, we are heading to our final break. We'll be right back. You are listening to Beyond the Routine with Emma Spence and Ashlee Mitchel.
Saturday. Eagle Raceway is open for a full season of dirt track racing action every Saturday night. Don't miss the epic battles on the high banks of Eagle Raceway each Saturday between the Nebraska Septic Sprint Cars, Nebraska Lottery Modifieds, Avid Realty Sport Mods, Valentino's Hobby Stocks, and A1 Iron Stock Cars. Let's go racing. Eagle Raceway, just 10 miles east of Lincoln on O Street. Check out the full schedule at eagleraceway.com.
Mike, the insurance company wants us to replace the roof.
Wait, what? I thought everything was fine.
Yeah, it says right here our roof is too old and they won't be able to cover us anymore.
I guess it is 15 years old. Hi, I'm Austin with Roofing Service Company. We help homeowners with their roofing and siding projects. Financing options are available and we can get you under a new roof no time at all. If this sounds like you, visit roofingservicecompany.com. That is roofingservicecompany.com.
Western Sand and Gravel is hiring for a variety of positions at their sand and gravel plants near Ashland. Apply today and receive a $2,500 hiring bonus. Available positions include plant operators, dredge operators, and shop service technicians. They offer great pay, health benefits, 401k, a wellness program, paid holidays, and paid time off. No matter your experience level, on-the-job training is available to help you build a rewarding career with Western Sand and Gravel. Start your career today. Visit westernsand.com.
Hi, Sean Callahan here for Koppel Chevrolet GMC. This month kicks off Koppel's 50th anniversary sale. We're celebrating 50 years by offering an additional $500 discount to the next 100 customers that buy a new vehicle. This is in addition to the huge savings already in place. You can take an extra $500 off our discounted price, or we can cut you a check on the spot. Celebrate with savings and see why customers have trusted Koppel since 1975. It's our way of saying thank you for all these years.
Since 1983, Fast Mike's Rollouts have been a trusted and reliable company in Lincoln and the surrounding areas. Fast Mike's handles all sides of construction projects, home renovations, or big cleanouts. With the perfect size dumpster to fit your needs, Fast Mike's Rollouts will haul it all. With same-day delivery in Lincoln, affordable rates, and top-notch service, Fast Mike's Rollouts make cleanup quick and easy. Call now at 402-450-6828 or visit us online at fastmikesrolloff.com. Book your dumpster today. Fast Mike's Roll-Off, cleanup made simple.
Wall to Wall Wine and Spirits is your place in North Lincoln to go for all your needs in wine, spirits, and beer. They also have a large variety of cigars in their walk-in humidor, and they have a top-notch walk-in temperature-controlled high-end wine room. Plus, you can enjoy free samples from their tasting bar. There's only one place to go for all your needs for spirits and cigars. That's Wall to Wall Wine and Spirits on North 27th Street in Lincoln.
Gaina Trucking is hiring CDL Class A and B drivers. Their strong team culture makes it not a job, but a career. Gaina Trucking offers health, vision, and dental insurance, 401k with company match, an employee assistance program, and other bonus programs. Build a better career today with great team culture at Gaina Trucking. Learn more and apply today at GainaTrucking.com.
93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL weather. Sponsored by John Henry's Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning.
Watch out for a few showers and thunderstorms to move through the region this morning. Otherwise, we'll clear out as we head into the afternoon. Plenty of sunshine, high of 92. Breezy, wind gusts of around 30 miles an hour. Tonight, mostly clear, 73 for a low. We'll hit 96 tomorrow, close to 100 on Saturday. And we're talking heat advisories for both Friday and Saturday. I'm meteorologist Aaron Dowden for 93.7 The Ticket and TicketFM.com.
MMA fighting is back this Saturday with summer season VFL 4 at the Complex. Lincoln's best amateur MMA fighters will display their best performances, with Misael Monares fighting Colin Fisher for the welterweight title to wrap up the night. Get your tickets at thecomplexlincoln.com, where you can live stream the event as well. Doors will open at 6 p.m. with the first bout at 7 p.m. this Saturday, August 16th, all at the Complex at 1555 Yolanda Avenue.
Are you ready for a new opportunity? Check out Sandhills Global. Join a dynamic team where your skills are valued and your career can soar. We offer full-time positions with a 4.5-day work week, competitive pay, excellent benefits, and a positive work environment. From IT and marketing to sales and finance, we're looking for talented individuals like you. Apply today at sandhills.jobs and take the first step towards an exciting future. That's sandhills.jobs. Don't wait, apply now.
Back to Beyond the Routine with Spence on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. Sponsored by the Teammates Mentoring Program.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Beyond the Routine. I'm your host, Emma Spence, with my special guest here tonight, Ashlee Mitchel.
Hello, hello.
So, I didn't really prepare what to talk about, if I'm being completely honest. What would you say that your goals are for this next year? As we're transitioning from sport, what are you planning on focusing on, improving, developing, growing, however you want to word it?
That's great. Wow. Goodness. I feel like all of my goals like really actually don't even relate to school anymore. I think my biggest goal is to be able to spread like my faith around and like be able to talk to others openly about my faith, which is really amazing that you invited me on this podcast and that I even have the chance to talk about it. But that has been one of the biggest things that I have been wanting to spread, is that I was in a dark place and I was so anxious and worried and stressed. And I am definitely a type A person. So there's just a lot of heaviness there. And I want to share what brought me joy with other people. And it just has been hard for me to express because there's kind of like no words for how much your life will change from point A to point B. But that's one of the biggest things that I want to do, is I want to, no matter where I am in life, whether I am a student athlete, whether I am a lawyer or a law student or a sister, like it doesn't matter what I'm doing. I want to be able to share what really makes me joyful every single day. And into that also, I want to be able to continue what I learned from cheer, which is like the positive attitude and the like go-getter attitude. I want to continue having that, because I think in the legal field specifically, it can get really heavy. And there's also just so much information to be absorbed no matter where you're at, that a lot of people lose their spark, I feel like.
Yeah.
And that's one of the big things that I want to remain the same person that I've always been and true to myself through that. And yeah, those are probably my two biggest goals, is just to be able to spread what makes me joyful and share my faith, and to be able to also just remain the same in a sense where I'm the positive person that I've always been.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love that. I'm so excited to watch you go through this transition too. And I love that we get to be on this journey together.
I know it's been so cool just being able to have friends that I feel like we're all very motivated people, and we're all motivated in so many different things that it's been really cool to be able to see us just like running alongside each other towards our goals. And if one of us like trips and falls, it always is assuring to know that whoever we're talking to, like I can talk to you and say that I was struggling with something, and you can say, girl, I went through that last week.
Yeah.
Let's pick you back up and like, let's dust it off and go back after our goals.
Yes, absolutely. And yeah, the side of being able to spend time together and making sure that we're doing that, holding each other accountable.
Yes.
Just all of those things. But then
Yes.
also having fun. It's not like it's a serious thing.
No,
Like it
we
is
are
when it has to be, but
little specks on a floating rock. Like, you go out of your way to be nice to other people, go out of your way to do something spontaneous, do a cartwheel on the side of the road, like, as long as it's safe. Like, do that dang thing that you've been wanting to do. And that's also actually, wow, that's also something that I've been wanting to do more, is just go with my gut and like be more spontaneous, and it's not that serious.
Yeah.
Like,
at the end of the day.
yes, do whatever makes you happy. Put blueberry iced coffee, or put blueberries in your iced coffee. Like, I don't know. Pet that dog.
Yeah. No, for sure. I feel like the most spontaneous thing I did was, I think it was last week. Denny and I went for a walk.
Okay.
And we brought bubbles. And we walked around the state capitol blowing bubbles.
To do that.
I know, I forgot. Well, I was supposed to bring the bubbles. I was supposed to bring the bubbles on our walk.
She canceled.
But I was stuck.
This is why I have to say this goal to whoever's listening.
Yes.
Because we have to hold Emma accountable.
I have the bubbles in my car. I'm ready. The bubbles are still in my car.
So if you see two girls running down the street of Lincoln after this,
with bubbles.
With bubbles, it's us.
Yeah. Yeah. Just keeping it fun. Yeah, I saw it on TikTok and I sent it to her and she's like, yeah, let's do it tomorrow. I was like, okay, yeah, let's do it.
You've got to keep life fun.
Yeah.
Like, why not?
Why not? Got nothing to lose. Yeah. Well, that's a wrap of tonight's show. Hope you guys enjoyed it. We'll be back next week. You're listening to Beyond the Routine with Emma Spence and Ashlee Mitchel.
Thanks, guys.